Hello, Chattanooga. Here's a quick look at today's top stories. First of all, there were protests across the country Sunday in the wake of the George Zimmerman verdict, and Chattanooga is no exception. About 100 people rallied in memory of Trayvon Martin in Miller Park. A Florida jury found Zimmerman not guilty in Martin's shooting death. Critics are calling for Chattanooga to regulate event halls after repeated fights, shootouts, and killings near the venues. 2 Eastside event halls aren't required to have a beer permit, and neighbors say something needs to change. Disorders involving weapons, shootings, and loud music are among the types of complaints police get from the venues. And one of the venues, Emotion Event Hall on Dodds Avenue, is near a daycare center and a church. Records show police have responded to the 2 event halls more than 100 times since 2010. A spokeswoman says Mayor Andy Burke is looking into what can be done about the issues. A Chattanooga man has been jailed on child molestation charges at a Georgia church camp. 21-year-old Zachary Scott Anderley was serving as a counselor at Woodland Christian Camp in Temple, Georgia. Authorities say he's accused of exposing himself to several children and getting into bed naked with one. He also allegedly slapped a child who resisted. Anderley was a volunteer with the Vineyard Chattanooga Church. He's been jailed without bond. 200 jobs are being cut at Pilgrim's Pride plants in Chattanooga. The cuts come after another 400 layoffs took place last year. The company says its local cook and cold storage facilities will shut down in the next 2 weeks. No changes are planned for the company's kill and deboning operations here. TVA is paying more than $500,000 in severance to its outgoing nuclear chief. Preston Swafford will be paid an extra $552,000 for leaving TVA by October. Swafford will also be eligible for executive bonuses and incentive awards this year. Swafford was hired in 2006 and was paid more than $2 million a year for running TVA's nuclear plants. During his tenure, TVA's biggest nuclear plant, Browns Ferry, was red flagged for failing to detect problems in a key safety valve. Swafford is being replaced by Joseph Grimes. A businessman in Cleveland says city officials crossed a line when they tore down protest signs he put up outside his business when Governor Haslam visited on Thursday. Dan Rawls, owner of Cleveland Performance Center, says the city needs to publicly apologize for trespassing on his property and trampling on free speech. But City Councilman George Poe says Rawls is the one who crossed the line by putting the signs on city right-of-way. Rawls planted the signs to protest Haslam's support for the Common Core education standards. Poe called it a big embarrassment, considering the governor was in town to give $500,000 in grant funding to the city. A Hickson woman was killed when she crashed her Harley-Davidson three-wheeler Saturday in Soddy Daisy. Kathy Mason was turning onto Dallas Lake Road when the accident occurred. She later died from her injuries at a local hospital. And finally, Lee University in Cleveland is breaking ground today on a new home for its communication arts department. The building will include a black box theater, a television studio, and a film screening theater. The new $10 million building will connect the college campus with the city's downtown business district. It's expected to be completed in time for the fall 2014 semester. Turning to weather, today will be partly sunny with a high near 89 degrees and a slight chance of rain in the afternoon. The low tonight will be around 69. I'm Harrison Keeley. For more on these stories and updates throughout the day, follow us on Facebook and visit timesfreepress.com.